Game number 1. The semifinals. Here, the biggest loser tournament in the bottom left. Spawning as... Wait, what? As the blue Terran player. It's going to be Lambo. And spawning on the bottom right as the red Zerg player. Playing for Team Liquid. It's going to be Clem. A little bit of a reverse race. And yeah, I know that Lambo is pretty decent with Terran. I have no clue if Clem is any good with Zerg. You know, Lambo is like 5'8", 5'8 to 6k or so with Terran. Clem, however, he's an unknown factor. I have no clue with. Lambo actually knows a lot about build orders as well with Terran. Invented a couple of build orders himself. So just realized we don't actually have the thingies turned on. I'm not sure why that's the case. It's kind of low test. Here you go. So yeah, Lambo versus Clem here. Clem as the Zerg, Lambo as the Terran. We're going to be seeing what this will turn into. I think it's going to be a very interesting game. Blackburn, of course, relatively Terran focused or favored. At least that's what most Zerg players say. I'm not sure if they're going to play Terran and Zerg like this the entire best of 5, or if they're planning on playing a little bit of their main race as well. I can't imagine both players actually wanting, well, especially Clem. Like, Clem usually is favored, I think, in a TVZ. This is a bad trade deal for him. This is the type of trade deal that Donald Trump warns you for in his famous book, Art of the Deal. Which I guess Clem hasn't read yet. Clem is capable of reading. Tends to respond to my messages, albeit a little bit slow. It could also be because he doesn't like me. I'm just gonna send this Reaper out on the map. And he opened up without an SCV scout. A little bit greedy in case of a pull first or something along those lines. Not going to be the case though. See Clem starting with a couple of links. We'll be trying to defend his main base. And here comes that Reaper micro against the Ling micro. Who has the better control? So far it seems to be that Clem is doing a fine job. Hasn't lost anything yet. And I don't think he will, as the Queen is about to pop out. Which also means that I think the creep tumor goes down for free in that case. Does it? Not quite. It's very scary actually, pretty close. Oh, Reaper's gonna try to jump down. It's gonna be heading towards the third base to check, hey, is there a third base? The answer is going to be a resounding yes. 30C comes online for Lambo. And now we'll get to see, hey, what is the plan for Lambo here? He's actually gonna be going into straight cars, skipping his starport for a little bit. So we see fast Hellions, delayed starport. And sometimes you see a fast starport. Wouldn't be surprised if this is something along the lines of a Viking into Liberator. So I almost choked on a little bit of air there. Happens to the best. I mean, I've only been breeding for 26 years. Requires a lot of practice. 2 cars are coming out here. Second gas in the main base as well. We have a tech lab on this barracks. It's gonna swap. Actually choking on air right now. Not completely how I imagined this day to go, but it is a good start. 2 queens are gonna push this back. We see metabolic boost about to finish up. First Banshee on the way together with Cloak, and he's actually oversaturating his main base a little bit, which is a mistake. You see some of these SCVs are bouncing around. Guess you don't have rally points quite like this with Zerg. You know, you just hotkey your X. It's actually a pretty decently sized mistake here out of Lambo. I see these bad boys just bouncing around, not really mining. Keeping an eye on the minimap though, making sure I don't miss any action with the Hellions. Hellions so far haven't killed much of anything. Not a single tumor. Perhaps burned a couple of the transfuses, but not the worst thing in the world. Let's take a look at that APM. Wow, the Clem Zerg APM. Well, actually, Clem has lower APM than... Holy crap, Lambo's average APM is 522. What? With Terran? He probably uses his rapid fire hotkeys or something like that. They're like with the small repeat rate. I've never seen a Terran this fast before in my life. Here comes the first Banshee moving across the map as well. It's gonna try to use it. Actually, I'm not quite sure what it's gonna try to use it for. First overseers on the way. Baneling speed has started as well. And we see the gold base go down on the side of Clem. Meanwhile, Lambo is happily macroing on. Opening with 8 cars. 2 banshees. This banshee is just chilling on the edge of creep. I think killed 2 tumors here. Which is a nice pickup. I mean, it's the first thing he really got. Clem continues on with creep spreading. Gets to Evo Chambers at his third base. A little bit of an awkward position. And he gets a third gas as well. 56 workers for Clem against 50 on the side of Lambo. Once this gold finishes, however, I think the income will start favoring Clem a little bit more. You see these queens taking a fair amount of damage. Lambo's gonna lose a single banshee here. Needs to be careful that he doesn't lose a second one as well. Clem is on 8 queens already, but actually hasn't built a lot of drones. 59 workers. Usually with this type of setup, you want to go up to at least 67. Actually, I think against banshee, you might even want to get more. Look how late this first push is gonna hit. Or well, it's not hitting later than usual, or not that much later than usual, but it feels like Clem just built a crap ton of links for no real reason. He has 50 links on the map. He's gonna go for the surround here. He's gonna get the surround as well. Lambo not paying attention. Oh no, Lambo losing 8 Hellions. It's gonna make it really difficult for Lambo to move out. He only has a single banshee left to deal with potential run-bys. And this is gonna be a run-by bonanza. 2,800 minerals in income here for Clem. Shh, we don't have the rocks taken out yet. He's also not fully saturating this space. Is getting a 5th. Probably should be thinking of getting a macro hatchery at some point as well. We have a double drop. It's not 16 marines. It is 12 marines. I mean, that's not really going to do anything. He's going to try to land this behind the mineral line. Creep spread is looking pretty tight. So we have a 4cc, a second factory, and an armory on the way here on the side of Lambo. Who is looking very healthy. Healthy drone count here. Very healthy drone count even. These marines might be able to take out a couple of drones. Yep, there we go. 2 drones fall immediately. Might start trying to drop on the other side of this. Really can't. Really can't. Bit of a run by here, running in. Tank on the high ground is defending this though. And nothing will really fall. This wasn't a full wall Lambo. Sometimes people say that with Terran it's very easy to make walls. But this definitely wasn't an easy wall. This is a rather large wall and he still didn't quite succeed. He needs to fit that final depot there. 12 more drones. I really don't like the way that Clem is droning here, by the way. Very inconsistent droning times. Building random surges of links followed by random surges of drones. These banelings were A-moved across the map. They're gonna find these marines, or well, the marines actually more or less find these banelings and trade pretty well there. This creep is gonna get tonight a lot of money in the bank here for Clem. This is why I said a macro hatch might be something worth considering. He does have 13 larvae in the bank right now. But yeah, I mean, Lambo is not looking bad here whatsoever. He's just playing very passive StarCraft. Sending out 2 drops at a time. He knows there's no muta, so these drops aren't really in risk of dying. And he's trying to deny a little bit of creep, a little bit in the middle, a little bit at top. I mean, this space is relatively vulnerable here. Clem is using a single hotkey, I think. He doesn't really have any unit split. There's a couple of spores on the side, and that might help against this type of drop. But without having an army split, it's very difficult to deal with these things. We're kind of seeing some F2 action here. Now we see an army split, which is nice. As this drop hits the main base. I think that one medevac went down, but it still managed to drop at least 1 marine. I think this is 9 or 10 marines. I think it's 9. 4 workers do go down, but this drop gets cleaned up, or at least gets repelled. Clem's taking a very fast forward base. 24 banelings on the way as well. I think this is going to be a run-by, which is interesting. I don't think that's going to work. Lambo spots this run-by, or this potential run-by. Lambo's actually looking very healthy here with his unit count. Has a lot of mines in this army as well. 7 mines, 60 marines. And Clem doesn't really have all that much. I mean, he has a crap ton of money. He has a lot of workers, but doesn't have a lot of banelings and doesn't have that much gas. Ultra Cavern is on the way, which could be helpful, but his baneling count is only at 20. The creep behind this gold base is disappearing, and I'm kind of afraid for Clem here right now. He hasn't really ran by in a long time. We're gonna see that right now, but that leaves basically no units at home. And I'm surprised we don't see a sensor tower here yet. Are the mines in position? No, not yet. How quick is the response out of Lambo? Not quite quick enough. All the units just run across the map. Some of the mines are going to burrow here. Big mine hits. Actually doing a fair amount of damage on top of these SCVs as well. Same time we have Lambo moving forward. This spore is going to take out a Banshee. And then it will fall. A couple of SCVs are gonna go down, so Lambos will fall down to, what is this, 60-ish workers. Actually kill a couple more here, Clem, that is. If these workers go down as well, that would be a pretty big deal. 27 workers going down. Now all of a sudden Lambo feels way more all-in than I think he wanted to be. He had 2 command centers on the way. This push is gonna get repelled as well, because this is all on creep. These mines weren't burrowed yet, and these marines are gonna die. Clem absolutely destroying Lambo here on this first map. 184 supply against 126. Ultras are on the way. Worker count heavily in favor of Clem. And what is there to do for Lambo? How many barracks does he have? I mean, he's at 8 barracks. He's getting the tech labs here. And he's trying his best. But Clem just a little bit too good with that single run by completely turning the game around. Before that, it actually looked fine for Lambo. He looked to be in a good spot. Sure, the creep threat, especially at the bottom side, was big. There was a lot of creep threat. A vast amount of creep, you could even say. Large areas of the map covered in creep. Huge areas of the map covered in creep. But at this point, yeah, I mean, the top side is just so important. Lambo did a good job there. If he got to set up a nice push, slow and steady, behind this gold, I think Clem would have been in some trouble. But right now we see another run by coming in. This time Ultras are joining in the fun as well. Lambo decides to go home. He has a big army, let's not forget about that. It's a 98 army supply, but this is mainly Marines. 4 Marauders are here, 4 Mines are here, but I'm not quite sure if that's going to be enough against these Ultralisks, against all of these Banelings. Mines not quite connecting with what they want to connect with. Clem not feeling this attack though. Could probably send a couple of Banelings in here, maybe some Banelings into this mineral line. It's not gonna matter. GG gets called as Clem wins game number 1. And Lambo still at 0. Looking to be in a good shot at advancing to the finals here for Lambo. This time around, top right position, spawning as the blue Protoss. It's going to be Liquid Clem. And spawning in the bottom left as the red Terran, it's going to be Lambo. Now, I know Lambo isn't a huge fan of TVP, but he doesn't mind the matchup as long as 2 things don't happen. A, he doesn't get proxy stargated, and B, the other guy doesn't play Phoenix. He doesn't like playing against Phoenix, but everything else he's kind of okay with. It's Clem right now. He's gonna throw down his first gateway. Doesn't really look a lot like a proxy stargate to me. First gateway going down at 16 for proxy stargate. Usually that's gonna be at 13 with a 12 pylon. I was afraid I was gonna have to cast the TVZ by myself, but the TVP is a lot nicer. I have a lot more knowledge there. Understand the game a little bit better. You love to see it. Clem's gonna be scouting, seeing, hey, what is this this German doing over here? So Lambo opened up with a standard barracks before gas. And I'm not sure if he likes to play Reaper or Marine first. But on a map like Oxide, you'd expect Marine first out of Lambo. With this ramp, I mean, with the lack of scouting ability. This, oh wait, he misplaced the gateway actually. You can hop on here with a Reaper. This gateway needs to be put one more spot to the left. Now you can just click here and you can still just go in. So this is not a complete Reaper wall. Nice try though, Clem. Yeah, walling is a little bit harder than it is with Terran, Clem. Let me tell you that much. These are no easy walls, my friend. These are no easy walls. These are very difficult. We have the factory coming down, not... Ooh, factory before reactor. Okay. That is a build order. Now we're talking. So the difference between factory before reactor is just that you're going to have faster factory units. This can be for something like a triple Hellion drop, can be for fast mines as well. There's a lot of things. And especially because Lambo decided not to scout at all, he's going to have a crap ton of money. So this build flows so freaking nice. And the timing that you can hit with this, even if you don't proxy the starport, is really quick with mine drops. We're talking like 415. Something like that, I think. 415, 418 on a map like this. If you go straight, yeah, he's gonna hit real quick. Clem is opening up with a Twilight Council. I'm surprised we're not seeing a Stargate. A lot of Terrans, when they off-race, just love to play Stargate because they usually hate to play against Stargate. He's gonna get a second gate as well, so he's playing a very standard build. He's not even gonna be going into a 4-gate blink here, most likely. It's just... Ooh, the sentry as the second unit? No, it's the third unit. Third unit sentry. This is... Well, this actually would have been really... Oh, up the depot! This would have been really bad for Clem if he had not gotten in here. Because this sentry scouts just a little bit too late. And it also means that your blink is delayed. I'm actually really surprised that he didn't start blinking. Yeah, this build order is kind of outdated at this point, I think. There's not many tossers who like it anymore. On a map like this, what is a little more popular is you can play something like Adept, Sentry, Twilight. And then get a relatively fast blink with triple chrono on the blink. Oh, even chronoed a lot on workers. Yeah, this blink is just not going to be in time. And he's not getting a robo either. I really like how these build orders are matching up here for Lambo. I really do like how these build orders are matching up. It's going to be a triple mine drop. It's going to be arriving really quick, way before anything is even going to be close to being done. The one thing that could save Clem here is if these two meet in the middle and the Oracle decides to follow the medevac. It's not going to happen yet. It's going to be like a 415-ish hit. And there's an armory as well. There's no robo. I actually think this is just game over. I actually think this is it. Unless these mines somehow die before they get to burrow, which isn't going to be the case. Lambo needs to fly in. 1 shot on the medevac. 2 shots on the medevac. Okay, that's 2 drops. And yeah, this is... Oh, one of them dies. That's a big deal. But yeah, now he needs to throw down a Forge, a Thor as a follow-up. And here comes the mine. Oh, no retarget? If you retarget with the mine, you can very often force the opponent to stay away for a while. Now, the mine is going to reload here. I mean, without the robot, this is just not going to work. See if Lambo's paying attention. Did Clem count? No, Clem can't count. Oh, no, he can. Look at that. Perfect counting. Retarget, retarget. No retargeting here. Are we going to see a retarget on this side? Yes, didn't need to retarget as there was no pool. This one's going to shoot one more time. I think this mine, however, is not going to shoot one more time. This probably will finish in time. Yeah, he's definitely going to shoot another time. Here comes the Thor drop, though. Clem isn't ready for it. Clem definitely isn't ready for it. Oh, here comes Lambo. Is he paying attention to the mine? Oh. Good micro by Clem. Just pulls it out immediately. Just paying attention. It's going to take out this mine. This mine is going to shoot one more time, but... Yeah, this is just a little bit too much. Lambo's going to take out the third base, or at least he's going to take out a lot of workers here. What is the Stalker count? There's 7 Stalkers. I don't think that's quite going to be enough. 10 workers have gone down. Lambo is already ahead at this point. 3 Rex is being built behind this. I don't think this is looking too hot for Clem, honestly. I don't think this is looking too hot for Clem. 56 supply. I mean, there's... Lambo isn't quite sure what he needs to attack, though, and that is an issue. Clem is doing a good job kiting bit by bit. Moving forward, moving back, taking out Marine after Marine. The Thor is doing a lot of damage. Marine should move a bit back. Yep, there we go. Now we have a charge lot moving in as well. I'm not even sure if that's going to be enough. Retarget here. Pick up, pick up. Can we? Yes, here we go with the pick up. Solid micro out of Lambo. Even decides to send it back home. There is Blink. It's not going to be utilized until it's a little bit too late. And both of these medevacs, well... They're safe. Well, they're not really safe, but they're here at least. They're idling. Okay, Lambo decides to move them back now. 3 Zealots make their way across the map. There's a 3rd CC on the way, and we have a massive lead here for Lambo, who's gonna be fighting a winning fight. I'm not sure what these 3 Zealots are gonna attempt, but they're not gonna be successful. I can tell you that much. Yep. Not going to be successful. The Stim and Combat Shield combination is going to be delayed. Barracks 4 and 5 is on the way as well. Yeah, that initial mine drop with the armory was so nice. Such a nice start for Lambo. 54 workers right now against 54. Still a massive favor for the Terran, but I think the 3rd CC was a little bit late. For no other reason. We're walking into a supply block as well here for Lambo. Who, production-wise is looking healthy as well. There's 5 gates on the side of Clem. It just isn't enough to really afford his lifestyle. You see he's investing a lot in simulators right now, in static defense, and all of these things, aren't really units. We're seeing a Prism, perhaps for a Storm drop on workers. I am afraid for Clem that he might just die against the next push. if Lambo controls this well, I mean, there's just not enough units. Storm is not even done yet. It's gonna be done in time, but I don't know. Oh, got F2'd back home. This Viking is gonna take out this probe. I'd be very impressed if Clem manages to hold this. There's a bunch of Marauders in this army as well. We have 2 Marauders being produced at a time. 8 Marauders on the map. 1 tank, 1 Tor, and a Dream. There's 3 Templar in this prism. All of them do have Storm. And here goes nothing. Stim in out of Lambo. Micros back into a little blob. How many more Storms do we have? 2 more Storms are remaining. Now 1 more Storm is remaining. Hits absolutely everything. Not a bad fight for Clem. I have to admit it. I like that fight. Didn't see a run by or anything at the same time. Just didn't have the units for that. Now we have triple ghost and vehicle weapons on the way. Now this is something you don't see every day. This is something you don't see every week. This is something you never see. It's gonna get enhanced shockwaves. Also getting 2 refineries. Clem's feeling spicy. Clem's gonna move out? Yeah, no shot, buddy. There's absolutely no way. There's no way that you can attack into this. There's absolutely no way in hell. There's 1 Templar there that's gonna get stormed soon. 110 supply against 121. 8 workers have gone down. That was the storm on the Thor there. There were a lot of Marines in the back, but not gonna get targeted. Instead, a storm on a Thor and a tank. Good fights for Clem, though. Very nice fights for Clem, and he's being ballsy with his army. He's gonna send the Prism into the main base. I like this control. Salad run by heading towards the natural as well at the same time. Lambo will find this with the Marines and the... It goes well. Maybe the Zealots actually find the Marines. Ghost is gonna walk into it as well. Here comes the run by into the main base, and I think Clem is just right now outplaying Lambo a little bit. 124 supply against 124. Fort base about to finish up, and we have Colossi on the way. Ay, ay, ay. This is the gameplay we expect from the French Terran. Making Protoss look a little bit like Terran with all the run-bys. The magnificent control here. Absolutely beautiful. 9 workers going down, and I think all of a sudden we have a French Protoss player in the lead. As even though the supply looks to be in favor of Lambo, I think Clem now is in a position where if he survives the next push, he is going to be going into a very powerful mid-game where he has Colossi, where he has Storm. And Lambo, sure, he has enhanced Shockwave, but the Marauder count is only at 2. There's a lot of Marines here, and there's a crap ton of Templar as well. So, yeah, I'm not the biggest fan of this for Lambo. Let's take a look at those APMs. Clem floating around 338, Lambo around 410. Mine is gonna shoot, of course, with the armory. That one's gonna survive for a bit. Enhanced Shockwave is going to be a very big deal here. This fight. Douche! Oh, misses an EMP, hits the second one. Big storm hitting on top of all of the Marines. A couple of mines actually getting decent shots in as well. Where's the rest of Lambo's army? Oh my god, he has a lot of army back at home. He's gonna pick up. Mines are still alive. If he can save these mines, I really like Lambo's position here. Well, I don't really like it actually. Do I really like it? I don't mind it, at least. That I can tell you. That I can tell you. What do we have coming in here? We have 2 mines in random positions. Clem is just gonna move into those mines. Whoop. Not used to there being mines on the map, of course. Let's see if he decides to take out these with some nasty tricks. Yep, there we go. Up, that's 1. That's gonna be 2, and that should be 3. Can do the same thing, repeat the same trick 3 times. Now we have Lambo coming in with ship weapons. I'm still surprised he got vehicle weapons here, I have to admit. Big surprise. Oh, this mine's gonna shoot a... Oh, no way. Haha! If that mine would have killed the Templars, or at least 1 Templar, that would have been kind of legendary. Does the splash kill all the Templar? No, right? I think you leave a little bit out. Keep a little bit out. Here we go. Quick triple run by into the 3rd base. Single mine. Nothing in the main. No turret. I think Lambo's going to struggle here. I think Lambo's definitely going to struggle here. Sensor tower is going down, but it's not going to be in time. Mine at the 4th base gives warning. Vikings will help out. Storms will hit the Vikings. 2nd storm also will hit the Vikings. No more storms available for this army right now, though. We see Clem pushing back, pushing forward. just microing back and forth, kiting his opponent a little bit. Lambo will be able to take out the first Colossi. No, not quite. Is there anything in the mirrors? What happened with that prism? I did not see what happened with that prism. Oh, it's here. It's here. It's here for business as well. Couple of storms raining down on top of Lambo's army, as Lambo will see his army basically get into the red zone right now. Slightly overstimmed, slightly overstormed. Not that many Vikings are remaining. +3 ground weapons. Finishes up as well. And we say douche as Clem pushes forward. 5th base finishes up on his side as well. Only has attack upgrades. No defense. Isn't really planning on taking any elongated fights. He's gonna decide to move around a little bit. As I decide to turn on the music. Double Disruptor, we're on 8 gases, no 10 gases. And we also have a Dark Strand on the way. Shadow Stride has started. Good storm on top of these medevacs. I think this is actually just going to be a couple of Disruptors flying forward. Storms hitting absolutely everything. 21 workers go down. Colossi stay alive. The army of Clem is split. But even in a split scenario, it's still going to be fine, I believe. 62 army supply right now for Lambo against 61. And there's actually a lot of the splash damage died. Clem did kill a lot of workers, which means that the following push is going to be very all-in. All of these medevacs are low. Single Disruptor is gonna connect. And that is the potential for that push there. It's pretty much down the drain. Clem's gonna stay aggressive, gets a 6th base. Battery cannon is being added. Templar on the sides for defensive storms. And I think Lambo is very, very dead right now. There is storms in this army. Yep, there we go. Hits a big storm. Follows it up with another storm. Disruptor to finish the job. GG gets called as Clem takes game number 2. And right now is at the brink of elimination from the biggest loser tournament. That first game wasn't it, you know? I feel like Lambo deserved more in the first game. He also deserved to win in the second game, but Clem just protos himself back into it. Now, once again, we have Clem as a Zerg player. And that just means... Well, what does that just mean? Clem as a Zerg player.
I mean, it's going to be a 3-0.
It's going to be a 3-0? You think so?
Well, it's 2-0, no?
Did you see the first game, though?
No, I just came back home.
Wasn't it? Like, Clem actually looked to be...
Talk to me.
Okay, I'll talk to you. So what happened is, Clem is kind of getting butchered around a little bit, you know? Slapped around, loses creep, left, right, and center. Lambo's looking healthy, big eco. And then, it's a classic. Lambo moves out for the push. Guess what happens?
Paintings?
Cancer is a tough illness, my friends.
Run by.
Yeah? And then?
Yeah. Yeah, well, he lost like 30 workers. And then another run by. Yeah, kind of did just end, yeah. Because Lambo felt like he needed to push on creep. And you know what happened when he pushed on creep?
Paintings.
You know. It is what it is. No, it wasn't it. It wasn't it, let me tell you that much. It
wasn't it.
It was pain.
Captain, I'm ready logging in. I'm ready to cast the next series.
You're ready to Captain. Okay, I'd love to hear it.
Come in.
All right. Well, for now, Clem versus Lambo, 2,000 atmospheres.
Yeah.
It's gonna be pain.
I'm watching.
Yeah.
TBC.
It is TVZ off race. It is.
Why did they play an off race?
I don't know. They didn't even mention it to me. They just started playing, and I mean, am I really gonna complain? No. I'm not gonna complain about that. I like to see it. You love to see it, you know? Did you watch last game? Dude, last game, Lambo had the game. He did a mine drop with armory against Twilight. No robo. And he got 2 mines that did like 3-4 shots each. And then he followed with a Tor all-in that killed 20 workers. Or Tor push or 2 base. But then Clem storms... man, Templar in a prism. It is something else, let me tell you that. Yeah, did some real damage. And then slowly but surely clawed his way back into the game. And that leads us here to match point. And it's, you know, scary for Clem here. He's about to get eliminated if he continues on like this.
There are storms on a war prism. Name me a better duo.
A more iconic duo.
Yeah, which one?
I don't think it's there. Alright, we're gonna head into a triple CC once again. Special, can you tell me about the difference between the cars before the starport and the starport before the cars? Because Lambo likes the cars before the starport. What's up with that?
Well, it's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. Many people do that.
All right. So much for the analysis. Back to Kevin.
It's hard because I'm not in the game, man.
Yeah, but I mean, you know the scenario, no? Some people play like you just get slightly faster air units and slightly slower Hellions. Faster air units, slower Hellions if you get faster starport, and the other way around.
Well, it depends. Depends what are you trying to make.
I don't know.
For example,
he went Banshee before. I wouldn't be surprised if he plays Bench. Well, this time the starport's pretty far away. Maybe he's gonna go for like Viking Lip or something like that, or Liberator.
It depends. Like, but sometimes if you make the starport before the cars, you don't have gas to make the unit. You know, like for a Liberator or a Raider.
Ah, right.
They look like his gas. You see?
Yeah. It's gonna be Lib, right? Yeah. Liberator. I think it's gonna be 8 cars. 8 cars double lip or 6 car double lip, single lip, right? Those are the 2 options.
Yeah, so that's why it's better to make the cars first.
Makes sense. Yeah, you're always struggling a little bit with gas as a Terran.
Yeah.
Especially at the start. It's very funny how that works.
Yeah, what's up with this super fast layer before link speed? Hello?
He did this Rush's Baneling speed, my friend.
Real quick?
Yeah. This is what Loco did as well when he sent me the replay. He's copying Loco.
From Loco. Yeah.
Is there anything wrong with that? I don't think so.
No.
He's learning from the best, and he performs as the best.
Clem already missing an inject on the main base. Lovely.
Nah. He missed it by like 10 seconds or so. It wasn't that bad. There's no tumor connecting the main though. Oh, Lambo?
You saw
Hello?
it, right?
Oh, forgot to control. Oh, he also lost his Hellions in the first game for free. 8 cars. Well, not for free. Clem, the way that Clem plays is very special because he builds random amounts of links at seemingly random times. So he had like 45 links on 57 drones. Then he surrounded the Hellions, but the worker count was still pretty even afterwards. He stayed very low drone count for an extremely long time. I think right now he just forgot his Baneling nest, so he can't even start at Baneling speed yet. There's no way he would have held any Hellbat all in either.
No, he would die.
He would be so dead, so fast. He's splitting the queens, but it's not really working out. He's just taking a lot of damage on them for now. As
long as they don't die, it's okay. Oh.
Look at the transfusion.
You see the link trying to wrap around?
Yeah. Here we go. Whoop, whoop. Queen with the surround. Well, actually, the cars just win. Nice surround, buddy. Killed 2 cars. Lost like 10 links. It's not that bad, right? 10 links for 2 cars?
No, it's okay.
It could be worse.
Oh, it was 1 car. It was one car.
It was 1 car?
2, right? 2 for... no, he has 6 now.
Yeah.
2 cars.
2 cars. Yeah, this time Clem's gonna get slightly higher drone count than in the first game. Ooh. What is this? Yeah, it's Burrow. Yeah.
Ooh, why not? Underused upgrade. Do we agree?
Yeah, I agree. The thing with Burrow is, it's one of those upgrades that whenever a Terran plays Zerg, we'll always get it, because Terrans hate playing against Burrow. It's a bit like how most Terrans, when they play Protoss, play Stargate, you know? And Open Phoenix, because they hate playing against Phoenix.
I see what you mean.
Yeah. And usually when Zergs play Terran, they do a lot of like the mine drops with the drilling claws, because they hate playing against it. We haven't seen a lot of that yet, though.
For the Carapace upgrade, though, that's pretty big.
Yeah, that actually is huge. Because you always want to get Carapace before melee. It's more important. Because,
Baneling don't care about upgrade.
Yeah, they don't care about attack upgrades because they're doing damage anyway. They're still killing links, no matter the upgrade.
Yeah. But I don't know if... oh, there was a run by. We missed it. Well,
yeah, but just 3 workers. Yeah, doesn't matter. It's irrelevant. The creep isn't that great for Clem, huh? Look at that. Fort base, almost no creep.
No.
We have... it's actually going to be like some double action here. Lambo didn't expect there to be that much creep on the left side, though. He just tried to fly in. I was like, hey, wait a second, there's creep everywhere. That's not what I intended to go. Gonna try to go for the right side. Hellbats. We're gonna move in. Baneling speed is done, but there's almost no banelings here on the right side. Mines are moving forward as well. I think his base actually is in a little bit of trouble. Clem is going in for the run by the other side of the map at the same time. Melee attacks will finish in half a second. Mines doing a lot of damage to these links, also doing some damage to their own SCVs though. Same time, Lambo is pushing in. There's no more banelings remaining at this point, so it's going to be Hellbat Marine with at least +1 attack, and that should deal very well with these links. 16 workers have gone down on the side of Lambo though, and these links are still streaming in. 1200 minerals in the bank for Clem, and Lambo is pushing through on 2 sides at the same time. 12 drones have gone down. This is going to get cleaned up by these extra banelings, but I think Clem is in a world of trouble right now. Sure, he killed 27 workers.
Oh, Shinla, Lambo's winning, man.
I'm not sure. Is he? Once Clem gets to spend this money, he's looking pretty okay, no? No 2-2 on the way for Lambo. I mean, Clem has a crap ton of cash. His creep largely survived. All of his bases survived. He can just click queens. The only thing he's really lacking is larva. And I guess... Oh, he has 5 queens still. Like, he can just build a crap ton of banelings right now. If he survives... the army supply is so big, though, here for Lambo. Look how many marines he has. There's still 3 mines here as well. Oh, look at the queens. They're gonna sacrifice for ire. Or... Oh! The transfuse! You never see a Zerg do that. That is some Terran level mechanics right there, my friends. Oh, another big engagement here. Banelings rolling forward. Gonna be able to take out these marines as they're on creep. 71 workers for Clem against the 47 of Lambo. And now that the injects have finished, the supply for Clem keeps rising. Yeah, this is gonna be pain. This is gonna be pain. Lambo's... Yeah, I think... but there's not that many banelings actually. Yeah, Lambo has a shot, for sure. Oh, it's losing medevacts. Losing lots of medevacts into the spore here. These links are trying to attack. Another run by. No. It's not over. It's not over. It's exciting though. It's exciting.
Ah, the mine! Ooh! There's a lot of banelings now, Captain.
Yeah, I think there's too many banelings at this point.
You know what's happening?
No.
Listen to this. Lambo's not using F2. That's why he's losing this game.
He's not using F2? He started to use F2? Okay.
No, he didn't use F2, so that's why he's losing. He's not rallying fast enough.
Yeah. It does feel like that. He still has a big army, though. Look at that. 75 supply against 40. If his 2-2 is going to finish way before Clem. Clem's going into Ultras, which is a little bit big. He's getting 6 more drones. Clem has no clue what's happening in this game. I think Clem's actually going to die here. It's all going to depend on the micro, though.
Huge, man.
Yeah, but, well, the micro so far, everything has been on creep, and it hasn't been that great. So...
The upgrade is big, though.
Yeah, the upgrade is big. Yeah. I'll give you that. Alright, here we go. Banelings moving in. Well, actually not quite. Queen's trying to posture forward a little bit. Good control out of Clem so far. Lambo's being very careful. Only has a single mine shot remaining. Wait, actually has no mine shots remaining. The mine isn't burrowed yet. Here come the Banelings. Pickup is a little bit too late. They're gonna lose a medevac there. Gonna try to fly into the main base, but there's 2 spores there. Clem is ready. 2-2 finishes up right now, and Lambo needs to go again. He needs to keep pushing. He hasn't built an SCV in a couple of minutes. And Clem is getting closer and closer to Ultras. Clem has absolutely no clue what his position is. He's just casually building like 6-7 extra drones. Once again, 6 extra drones, 2 extra gases. He's like, oh, this is a nice experience so far. However, if he does... Oh, the Banelings! Oh, hello? Poof! There we go. Big hits. Yeah. Big. Imbalance mechanic. 3 extra gas for Clem, and once the ultras are out and chitinous plating finishes, oh, this is gonna be real rough. Here comes Lambo trying to micro back. Big mine hit. Huge mine hit. Is gonna clean up a lot of the banelings. Don't think it's quite going to be enough. Another full medevac. It dies as well. 110 supply against 157. 1 baneling still remains. And I think Lambo is running out of steam. He's restarting his SCV production, but I think that is a little bit too late at this point. Perhaps if he would have done it earlier, he could have kind of macroed himself back into this. But at this point, it's 80 workers against 50. The creep spread on the left side continued. The 6th base is going up. Ultralisk are out. And again, Clem finds a way to sneak in 6 drones. Here comes a big run by onto the 3rd base. Banelings looking to take out a couple of depots. Yep, there we go. And here comes Daddy Ultralisk looking to deal some damage.
Well, Captain.
Tell me.
It seems like this game is ending, sadly.
Sadly.
Lambo gave it his best, but once again, Zerg prevails strong, you know? Once again.
one
is this
thing.
in this tournament has Sergey ever lost a game, Captain?
Yeah. Lambo lost against Max Specs. Elaser lost against Sol.
Okay, so that doesn't count basically.
Well, there was no other Zerg games really.
Yeah, so it doesn't count because it was not Korean Zergs. You know, the inferior.
Yeah, that's true. Completely true. Ooh, look at this. Anabolic Synthesis completing here as well. +3 attack on the way for Lambo. His army supply still looks good, but I mean, does army supply really matter if you have 63 Marines against 4 Ultras and about to be 55 Banelings or so? Or 59? I can't count. I think it's 49. Yeah. Only a crap ton of Banelings at least. Here come the Banelings. Mine's gonna be trying to connect with the Banelings. Not doing the worst job actually here is Lambo. He's managing to micro out of this relatively cost efficiently, but yeah, now that the Ultras remain and the transfuses are hitting. Look, oh, another Baneling. GG gets called. Clem wins the series 3-0, gets eliminated, and Lambo advances on into the finals of the biggest loser.
The biggest loser.